Welcome to Fit to Be Real.
And a little extra.
And today we are as real and as extra as physically possible.
Humanly, physically possible.
Audibly possible.
Audibly possible.
Here we go. I'm Victoria.
Hey guys, I'm Carly.
Today we wanted to lighten things up. The latest episode was about burnout. Our bonus episode was a good time of playing games. So today we just want to keep it light and talk some stories of our
childhood,
of anything, but neither one of us know what the other is going to say, which is highly concerning.
Well, Victoria also gave me directions about what we were, what to prepare. And apparently I read the text wrong. So I prepared my own things. So she really has no idea what I'm about to say.
I'm a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little nervous.
I have some stories to tell.
Well, yeah, that's what I told you. Yeah. I did text you that. I said, come in with stories, but don't tell me what they are.
Yeah, but I picked some fun ones, I think. I went through the brain.
Well, then we're going to start with Carly. Here we go.
So when Victoria said, let's just tell stories about each other so it'll make people think or get to know us a little better. So I am taking you back to a young Victoria. She was about five. Yeah, I want to say was as old as she was. So I'm going to preface this with all summer long, our mom is a director. We used to sit and watch rehearsal for 12 hours a day. She didn't get a babysitter. The rehearsal was our babysitter.
We loved it, though.
Oh, my gosh. We didn't move. Yeah. And people always wonder why my kids are so good and they sit there and they just watch us teach.
You put the fear of God in them.
I put the fear of God in them. But just like mom did with us. Like we sat there and she was like, I don't want to lose my job. Sit and watch. However, we enjoyed it. Thank God we enjoyed it.
It was awesome.
But we would watch Broadway performers rehearse. And that was like our summer camp, basically. We learned so much and we had so much fun. But anyway, so one summer when Victoria was about 5, my mom was directing and choreographing Guys and Dolls. So if you don't know Guys and Dolls, it's from New York and about the 40s and 50s. And it's about sort of burlesque girls. They sing I Love You, a Bushel and a Peck. And there's this one song that these burlesque girls sing called Take Back Your Mink, which is a really cutesy stripper song. And they're like, oh, take back your mink, take back. It's like everything you bought me, I'm taking it off and I'm giving it to you. And so at the end of the song, they would be left in a bra and underwear. While other 5-year-olds would come home from summer camp or whatever, singing like A, B, C, D or Twinkle, Twinkle. We have a video of my mom, those like big cameras that used to sit on your shoulder, VHS.
Yeah.
In her bedroom. I remember specifically sitting next to my mom and videoing Victoria at 5, like in a robe. She did have a 2-piece bathing suit on.
I did.
In a robe with pearls and gloves, singing.
Oh, I had a mink.
Yeah. Take back your mink. And she would take a piece of clothing off. Take back your pearls. And she'd take her necklace off. And I was like, Mom. And my mom would be like, shh, your sister is singing.
And then she'd go, no, Victoria, you did the choreography wrong.
You did the choreography wrong. Yeah, Victoria at 5 was getting notes about how to take the mink off and how to take the pearls off. And that is just a little insight to how we grew up.
I'm going to play this for my therapist.
So Google Guys and Dolls. You can watch it on YouTube and then picture 5-year-old Victoria doing it.
Please don't do any of those things. Do not do any of those things.
That's partly a story of our mom and how twisted we were.
Cool. Love that we started with that one. Now you all know where this is going to go. I'm going to take you back to 1995. So I was 7.
I was 10.
Carly was 10, which means our older brother Billy was 13. 1995? It was kind of right before TGIF, but Friday nights for us were pizza night and
soda,
and we were allowed to have soda, and it was an Elio's pizza.
We were we couldn't even buy it,
and but I loved.
Yeah.
Like if I smelled an Elio's pizza today, I think I would eat it. But we would also have we were allowed to have desserts, and we were allowed to have a movie. We could pick a movie. and we all traded what night movie was, whatever. Well, one of the 3 Mayo children was mad, and they carved into the banister of, you walk up the stairs and at your house, you have a banister. It's wooden, carved. It's still, if you go, take a little museum trip to Carmela's house, it is the same house. The banister is still carved up. And you best believe Carm was mad.
Yeah, she was
mad.
I will never forget that.
And that didn't happen often. The getting in trouble really didn't happen often. We were relatively passable children. She decided that all of us didn't do it. So who did it? None of us did it, right? Nobody was owning up to it. I knew I didn't do it. And so she said, okay, go in the middle room, talk amongst yourselves, figure out who did it, and do not come out until someone has the answer of who did it. So we go into the middle room, and I swear to you, I did not get my little booty on the bed to sit down before Billy went, did you do it? Carly said no. She looked at him and said, did you do it? He said no. And they went, okay, she did it. And they left. I wasn't even on the floor yet. They left, and they told her that I did it. I didn't get to watch the movie. I didn't get to have Elio's pizza. I didn't get to have Chips Ahoy cookies and Cool Whip because we used to dip that as a dessert. I was so upset. No one believed me. No one believed me that I didn't actually do it because they decided that I did it. This is 1995. Carly just owned up to it that she did it. Maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago.
With my communion cross that I was wearing around my neck. It was a wooden banister, so I got my cross and I just dug into it. And I was like, ooh, that felt good.
Mm-hmm.
So that felt good. I just kept digging with my communion cross in the banister. And I knew afterwards I was going to get in so much trouble. So we blamed it on Victoria for 25 years.
And we would talk about it when I was in my teen years and then in my early 20s. And I'd be like, guys, I didn't do it. And my mom would laugh, laugh. It was Carly.
Yeah, it was me. It was 1,000,000% me. And I remember doing it. I remember blaming it on her. And I remember enjoying the movie and the Elio's pizza and the cookies afterwards with no remorse.
I'm going to play this for my therapist too. Maybe this whole episode.
That was fun.
We're not painting ourselves in a very good light right now.
No, you said we were passable. We don't sound passable.
I don't think we actually are.
Well, this next story is definitely gonna hurt a little bit.
No, mystery story number 3.
It's only gonna hurt our brother.
Oh,
and he's not here to defend himself, so we don't care. Our mom, opened the studio when we were little, and even before that, she would teach dance. She would teach dance at night. So when she would go teach dance, our brother would watch us. It would only be for an hour, 2 hours. He might have been 13, and he was really into WWF wrestling. So why she put him in charge of us? Well, she always said, there were neighbors everywhere. Everybody had an eye on you.
And it was the type of street you could walk into anybody's house. Nobody locked the door.
No.
Everybody knew everybody. So that was understood.
Yeah. So our brother would watch us and he would say, okay, we're going to the backyard. We'd be like, oh, Billy wants to play with us? Sure, we'll go in the backyard with you. He hands little Victoria, who was probably 8, our phone from the house. With the long antenna.
It was yes.
It was pre-dialed to 911, just in case. And I had the video camera recording. So he would get up on our garage,
oh my God,
which was
picture it.
Yeah, me too. Which was 8 to 9 feet high, and he lit a table on fire.
Well, he would stack. We had Wawa crates.
I don't know.
We had Wawa crates, which for the youngers. You could actually go to Wawa and buy crates of stuff.
Yeah, like milk.
Wawa was different back then. You could also get pickles from a barrel and deli meats. Long tables.
Yeah, I don't know why.
So he stacked them. He made like a tower.
Yeah, he stacked them on each side, put the table down the center, lit it on fire, and then had us stand by. Victoria had 911 on standby. I had the video camera because he wanted to be a professional wrestler. He wanted to send this tape into the
This was an
WWF.
audition.
Yeah. So he got on top of the garage. He's talking to the camera and he's like, "Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?" Or like something stupid.
He's going
like
to kill
that.
you. He did not say that.
I know.
His name was AAA, All-American Athlete, I believe.
And then it was Wild Thunder.
Wild Thunder.
Yeah. He actually did become semi-pro wrestler, but that's another story. But anyway, not from this tape, I can tell you that. He jumped off our garage onto a flaming table of fire.
He got my turpentine because I was oil painting. So my turpentine from the basement is what he lit the tables on fire
And
with.
guys, our mom was down the street at the studio teaching, leaving him in charge of us. And then she would get a call from our neighbor being like, your son's jumping off Sally. Your son is jumping off the garage onto fire. And I just want to make sure you knew that.
Well, the best part of this is that he's talking to the camera and he's doing his whole thing and he's like, "Roar, roar, roar." And then he stands straight up on top of the roof, looks all the way down the driveway and goes, "Hey, Sally." Because Sally was coming across being like, what is happening over there? And he's like, "Hi."
And goes right back to the camera.
And goes right back and jumps, power bombs.
Power bombs.
Onto
he would
the
say
tables.
power bomb and he'd get his elbow and he would jump off into the flaming. While Victoria's got 911, I've got the video camera. And that was a Tuesday.
I remember being scared.
Yeah, that was just like a Tuesday.
All right, I like that. I'm gonna take it a little bit closer in the years, not so much childhood. One of the earlier years of Victoria online dating.
Oh God.
I really needed Carly's theater degree for this. And Andrew's theater degree.
I know what
for this. So, long story, relatively short, is it was a third date. I can't remember. It was like a third or fourth date, but I didn't really know if I actually liked this person.
Yeah.
And he was a relatively very nice guy. Very nice guy.
Yeah,
Just something was missing and I didn't know what it was. And I was like, I don't know if I'm wasting my time. I don't know if I'm wasting his time. So it was a very innocent, I actually don't know anything and I need an outside perspective, but telling stories about someone is a little different. So we're at King of Prussia, we're at Yards,
Yep.
having a drink, and Carly and Andrew drove themselves to King of Prussia to go. First of all, it was an inn for Carly to go shopping.
Yeah, because Primark was right next door.
That's right. And stopped in and saw me at Yards.
Oh my gosh, hey.
What are you doing here? And I was like, oh my gosh, this is my sister. My acting degree came in handy really well,
Yeah,
too.
you didn't do very well, but I acted my face off. And Andrew was so happy.
Andrew was excited to be like, what's happening? What are we doing here? They knew that they were assessing the situation. And I knew that this could go very wrong. Very, very wrong. Here's the best part of this. Their purpose was to tell me yay or nay. And there was a second part of this date of going to some haunted house or haunted something. And I didn't know if I wanted to really commit to the whole thing.
The whole night.
I could have gotten out after the drinks and been like, you know what? Sorry, dude.
Not feeling it.
So I go to the bathroom to text Carly. They left. They sat there for a little bit.
We had a drink.
They got that's right. You got a drink. They got their bags of
Clothes.
goodies and they left. And I texted her hello, give me the high sign. Fun fact. When I would go on these dates, Carly is very concerned about everything in life. She watches way too much Law and Order. So we needed code words for I'm alive or hey, I'm about to get murdered. So our code word for everything's a go is Selena.
Yep.
And our, oh gosh, get me out of this, is Yolanda.
Yep.
If you don't know what that means, check yourself. She texts me and way too late for me to make a decision. So I already didn't know what to do. And I said to this guy, yeah, okay, let's go. So I get in his car. We leave our car at King of Prussia. I get in his car. We're going to this haunted house. And Carly texts me again and says, oh, Andrew says no. It's a no-go. He's not feeling it. He's just not the right guy. And I'm in this guy's car. I've never been more angry. I was so angry I started getting hives.
Yes, you got hives.
That's how I got out of the date. My body quite literally rejected everything and was like, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Charlie's late to everything.
I think everybody's nice. And I'm too trusting and I'm too like, oh, this person's so nice. And I was like, oh, he's so sweet. He's definitely not the one. But
she didn't tell me that.
all right, my last one. It's not really a story. Well, it sort of is. So we used to get our prom dresses made because it was cheaper, actually, for our mom to get them made from scratch than to buy them at like the store, like Zinnies or something.
Yeah, you go to Joann Fabrics and you get like fabric.
No,
for
we
cheap.
went down to South Philly, and we got
Oh yeah,
our fabric in South Philly, and we would take it to our seamstress who also did my wedding dress, and she was awesome. She was this older Peggy Greek lady in Upper Darby, and she made the most beautiful dresses. So we got all of our stuff done there. So Victoria had a junior prom dress, and she picked out the fabric. It was a mermaid style dress, which
my
is
senior prom.
Was that senior?
That was my senior prom.
Oh, your junior was.
I went to Deb for my junior prom.
That's right. Okay, so it was your senior prom dress. We got your material. It was sort of like, felt like wallpaper. It was very thick. It was very thick, and she designed it strapless, really tight, and then flared at the bottom. It was
mermaids were in.
Mermaids were so in.
Yeah.
It was so pretty.
And
However,
there were jewels on the top.
There were jewels on the top. It was very nice. She didn't ever practice sitting down in it. So when they made the dress, Peggy and Victoria never thought, to sit down. So she went to go sit down in her date's car and she couldn't do it. So they had to recline the seat back so she could lay in the car.
Oh my gosh, I can picture the picture of me having to lean back on the side of the door to try to shimmy sideways. Kind of like Tetris.
Yeah.
To just get into the seat. If you think that was bad, none of you were there for the dinner portion of prom. I couldn't sit and eat.
Did you rip it?
No, but because it was so not like meant for the prom sweaty dancing life, it was a light blue dress that turned dark blue, but not in all the spots. Just in like my bodice. Oh my God, it was horrible. It was horrible.
But it also wasn't fabric that like gave at all. So
I couldn't breathe.
Didn't move.
I couldn't breathe.
Picture like thick wallpaper.
I was at the Met Gala instead of my senior prom.
There was no second look. That was it.
Oh my God. I totally forgot about that. And that was extra.
I got my senior prom dress made, and we will post this picture. And the next year, Victoria went to her junior prom and somehow found the exact same dress that I designed and made and wore it to her junior prom. So what did I do when she was taking pictures with her date? I put my dress on and I walked down the steps and I took prom pictures even though I was a sophomore in college.
Do you guys get it now? Does it make sense to you? First of all, I had sparkles. I had a Cinderella dress.
I put a tiara on, and I put on my prom dress from 3 years before, and I was like, well, you're wearing it. I'm wearing mine again.
She gave me the vacuum. She had me start vacuuming in my prom dress, waiting for my date.
That is true. I made you vacuum in your prom gown while I stood in my prom gown.
Does life just make sense for you all now? Do you get why I am the way I am?
So those are just some fun stories, gives you a little look into how we grew up and why we are the way we are. I turned out pretty decent. But now we want to talk about some things you may not know about us. So I'm going to list off some things. Victoria can tell me if I am correct or I'm totally off. But these are 5 things that I want you to know about Victoria.
This is both of us on the spot.
Victoria is actually the nicer, more empathetic sister. She gives you the benefit of the doubt, and she is always the devil's advocate. If my brother is mad at me, we'll go to Victoria. If I am mad at my brother, we will go to Victoria. If we're all mad at my mom, we'll go to Victoria.
I was a parentified child.
She was. She grew up real fast. However, people think it's the opposite, but I just think I'm a better actor.
I don't have a filter. Like, I'm not going to fake it.
No. And I will fake it until I die.
But that's why you're a good business person, because you should. Like, have a smile on your face sometimes, and I'm like, screw it. I hate everybody. So it's a good tag team.
But she actually will give you the benefit of the doubt, whereas I will just cut you off. Okay, number 2. Victoria, you may not know this about her, was on an MTV pilot.
Oh my God.
What grade were you in?
That was sophomore year.
It was called The Block. It was a show. It was a TV show on MTV, and it was filmed in Ridley.
And it would have gotten picked up, and it did for the N network.
Mm-hmm. The N.
But they hired adults to play children instead of having teenagers play teenagers.
Yeah. And a side note on that, I was also up for the part that Victoria got, and it was between me and Victoria, and they freaking picked Victoria. So, okay. Next one. Victoria broke her hip when she was
23.
23.
Yeah.
We were running. Number one, big mistake. We are not runners. We were running down the shore right before dinner, and she tripped on the sidewalk. And as she lay on the sidewalk, I was yelling at her to get up. You're embarrassing me. Get up. People on the porch are drinking their happy hour drinks, looking at us.
Nobody helped.
Nobody helped.
Nobody was like, oh my gosh, are you okay? They just sat there. There was a guy taking beach chairs out of the trunk right where we were.
Yeah.
And no one looked.
No. And we didn't have cell phones back then.
It wasn't then that you said that. It was when we were walking. We walked 2 blocks back. I walked back with a broken hip for 2 blocks to get back to the house. We didn't bring our cell phones. We were running.
We were talking
and she
running.
was like, stop walking like that. You look ridiculous. Stop walking like that. And I was like, oh my God, I'm in so much pain.
Crying. And I was like, get on my back. I was so embarrassed.
Which was the worst thing to do for my hip because it rotated my hips out.
All right. 2 more. We get 2 more. Documentaries are her favorite thing to watch.
That's true.
Except for Love is Blind.
That is my reality TV show guilty pleasure.
Victoria's always like, oh my God, did you see this documentary? Oh my gosh, you have to watch this. Did you see this? She knows every documentary there's ever been made and then goes, but did you see Love is Blind?
Oh man, it's so good. It's such trash, but it is so good. And that's my bravo. That's my bravo. Carly loves all things Real Housewives, Vanderpump, Mediterranean boat show.
Below deck men.
Below deck
Oh
men.
my God. You're so dumb.
I actually really love Love is Blind because it's cringy.
Last one. Her audition song as a child in musical theater was Reflection from Mulan, sung like Christina Aguilera.
She had a version of the movie in the credits.
Victoria would like go in for Sound of Music, but she's like, go ahead, Victoria, give us a beat. Singing like Christina Aguilera. Go ahead.
Oh my God, no!
She was like, who is that girl I see? I would be like, Victoria, you sound good, but I mean,
tone it down.
Do less. Do less.
Okay, well that was fun.
I enjoyed it.
1. Carly wanted to be a professional basketball player. She really did. She wanted to be a professional basketball player. She really only was good at foul shots, and that was only 50% of the time at best.
Oh my God, I did.
Yeah. You wore basketball shorts, slicked back ponytail like she was going to be in the WNBA.
I did, and I wanted to be the first female NBA coach in the men's league.
Yep, yeah. In the men's.
Did you ever see that movie Whoopi Goldberg? She's the women's coach in the NBA. It's an old... No, but look it up. Whoopi Goldberg ends up being a coach in the NBA, and I was like, that's my career.
You want to be Whoopi?
Yeah.
You want to be Whoopi?
I was so off.
So happy to hear that.
I did. I was sports all the way. I had a trapper keeper in the shape and form of a basketball.
It felt like a basketball. Mm-hmm. Trapper keepers. Yeah. Kids today don't even know. All right. 2. It's kind of a 2-parter. Carly used to be, she's not like this anymore, the pickiest eater. Mm-hmm. She could not have her food touching on the plate. If it touched, she could not eat it, which I think some of your kids have.
You know what's really annoying?
Is it Melody?
Melody.
Yeah. I think everybody knows this, but Carly has a condition. She's directionally challenged. She cannot get from point A to point B without GPS. What we did before GPS, holy moly.
I didn't
driving.
have a cell phone when I drove, and I didn't have A Tom
Well,
Tom.
Carly did not get her license until she was 18 because she did not like driving. This is a new one I didn't write down. I didn't mean to say this one, but it's true.
I hate driving.
She hates driving. She still does because she's really bad at it. She's a really bad driver. We were driving. Naming actual places for anybody who's not from this area will be confusing. So we were driving a very short distance, 3 towns away, within like 20, 30 minutes, okay? Within the same state. No bridges, no tolls, no confusion. And it was one of her dance recital. For those of you in the area, at Newman College, Newman University. And she was late. And we called her. She was by herself. She was driving. I don't remember why you didn't come with us, but you were on your own. And she was like, I'm gonna be there soon. I'm paying the toll. And we were like, you're paying the toll to go down the street? Why are you paying a toll? What toll? She was on the turnpike. Pennsylvania Turnpike paying the toll to get to Newman College, which...
If I don't come from my mom's house, I can't get there.
Okay. So Carly and I both lived in New York City. This is like not a funny one. For a solid year, Carly had a mysterious illness.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And she had horrible like stomach pains and indigestion type things. She would have to vomit a lot for no reason before
like while
classes,
I was walking down the street,
after classes, walking on the streets of New York. She would have to run off of the subway to
throw up
and then get back on the train.
Yep. And like go to class
and then go teach a class.
Yeah.
And then you did get hospitalized for this for a while.
I did. I was put on morphine. I think I threw up 13, 14 times.
Yeah.
And they sent me to the ER. And I ended up at Lankenau for like 3 days.
They did figure it out.
We did
She's
figure it out.
fine.
I'm fine.
She stopped,
I did it to myself, but I was told to do it to myself. So I didn't know what I was doing was wrong.
She was given medication that was the wrong medication for her. And it was a bad time.
It went on for like 6 months.
6 months. Okay. So a year was dramatic.
Yeah, 6 months where I could not walk down the street, but I almost had to take myself out of college because I couldn't get to class.
Is that why you transferred colleges 5 times? You went to 5 different colleges? You just kept throwing up on campus?
Listen, I'm fine. I'm good.
All right. Last one. That was fun. That was a fun fact one. I just felt like everybody should know. Carly has a phobia. Okay, this is not extra of her. This is not a dramatic thing to talk about. A phobia.
I only have one, so I know what it is.
I have 2 of them for you.
Oh, shoot.
But they kind of go together. I firmly believe in a past life Carly died this way because it's so ingrained in her body and her bones and her soul. This fear, right? That's what a phobia is.
I can think of 2 phobias that I have, so let's see.
Right, good, because I have 2. Like I said, I have 2, so that's good. That's good. Water and bridges.
Mm-hmm.
So actually being on a bridge over water, right? Over troubled water.
I mean, it's troubled for me.
Oh my God. Every time we would drive down the shore, she would like cower in the back seat of the car to not look out the window because she can't look out the window to look at the water.
So they know that about me, and I will shut my eyes, and 100% of I'm scared of the water. I go in and I swim and it's fine, but I am scared of the water.
You go into your knees.
Oh,
you talking about the ocean?
Just all water.
How do you shower?
Not a lot. That's number 6.
It's a true fear, and I'm pretty sure you died like that at some point in your life.
I think so too.
Because it is I'm a water baby.
Yeah.
Like I'm obsessed with the water and the ocean. I'm afraid of what's in there in the ocean, but I love the water. If I could live by water, I would. And you are the complete opposite.
Yeah. And I, along with that, of 100% think I'm going to get murdered. If not by my own husband, by somebody else.
Dun, dun, dun. This took a turn.
All right. Victoria does not know this, but we're about to play a game. It's called Rapid Fire, Please Fire Me. I'm going to say something and you are going to give me the fastest answer.
Oh, no.
Of all your favorite.
Cool. So there's, okay, cool. Okay.
Your favorite movie. This is not rapid fire. This is like slow burn.
What state are we in?
What's your favorite food?
Ice cream, because I can't eat it.
Okay. Drink.
My favorite drink?
Yeah. Alcohol or not alcohol? You love no, you tell me what you love and I'll tell you what you love.
Oh, cool. Well, I like a good LaCroix.
Okay. She's cool, guys. TV show. Love is Blind. Great. What's your favorite season?
Fall.
All right. Sport to watch or go to.
I've always loved basketball.
Me too, apparently. Animal.
I have a lot.
Give me 3.
I really, my dog and dogs, my cats, horses.
I know, that's, yeah.
I love horses. I have always loved horses.
We used to have a border around our room of horse heads.
Wallpaper
border.
And it was just different types of horse heads.
Dance style.
Tap.
Oh, MK is going to be so happy. Our tap teacher.
Yeah.
Broadway show.
I have 2.
Well, thank God you have an answer. Go ahead.
I actually have like 20, but Chorus Line and Something Rotten.
Oh, Something Rotten. So good. Chorus Line's decent. All right. Last one. Who's your favorite sister?
Billy.
You failed. You failed.
I really did. I don't like making decisions like that because I love so many things, and I do have a favorite color. It's turquoise, but I also like feel bad when I say that because I like all the other colors.
Okay, Mom.
And I like yellow.
Well, there you have it. Rapid fire, you got fired because you stink at that game. Anyway, that's what you get from us today.
The real tip of today is to go have a fun conversation with your really close friends, your family, your close friends who are more like family, whoever it is. Talk about some fun stories. It really helps.
Yeah.
It brings you back down into like, oh my gosh, life is actually not this hard.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that hard.
So, very good. I like how you said it.
Yeah.
Your real extra tip is to get Carly in your car and then drive over a bridge.
that is extra, and an extra that you don't want to see.
So we hope you enjoyed today. Oh my gosh. I've got so many more I want to say.
It's over.
Remember, you're always fit to be real.
And always allowed to be a little extra.
For legal reasons, we have to tell you that this podcast is meant for entertainment and educational purposes only. We are not healthcare professionals. For all of your health, wellness, fitness, and self-care needs, please refer to the medical professional in your life, your primary care physician, your therapist, a certified coach, whoever it may be. And then let us know what they say, because I guarantee we need to know it too. Okay? Okay, bye.